Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to check the Tmotor Velox F7 flight controller and 45 amperes BLL32 4-in-1 ESC. In this quick video I'm going to go over their features and specs, and soon I plan to feature the flight controller in a build and flight video. Let's start with the Velox V2 4-in-1 ESC. In terms of packaging, inside the box along with the 4-in-1 ESC you can find some stickers, a quick start guide that includes the specs of the board and the connection diagram. 4 M4 to M3 silicone grommets are pre-inserted to the 30.5 by 30.5mm mounting holes. It also comes with a 35 volts 470 microfarad capacitor, a harness for connecting the 4-in-1 ESC with the flight controller, and a high-quality XT60 battery connector, which is pre-soldered to 13 cm long 14-gauge silicone-coated wires. As for its specs, the Tmotor Velox V45A V2 4-in-1 ESC supports a continuous current of 45 amperes with a peak current of 55 amperes for 10 seconds. It features a built-in 10 volts 2 ampere BC. It can be powered with between 3 to 6 S-LiPo batteries, and it is using BLL32 firmware. In addition, it weighs 21.3 grams, and its outer dimensions are 41 by 46.5 by 6.5 millimeters. As for wiring the 4-in-1 ESC to a flight controller, in case you are going to match it with the Tmotor F7 or F4 flight controllers, you can simply use the provided harness and you don't need to make any modifications. However, in case you are going to use it with other flight controllers, you need to make sure that everything is wired properly, so ground is connected to ground, VBAT to VBAT, and etc. Moving on to the Velox F7 flight controller. In terms of packaging, inside the box along with the flight controller you're getting some stickers, a bag with a harness for connecting the flight controller with the 4-in-1 ESC, 4 M4 to M3 rubber grommets, and a small card with the wiring diagram, which is of course also available online. In terms of features and specs, first of all, one of the main highlights of this flight controller is that it features a built-in Bluetooth module, which will enable you to configure it wirelessly over Bluetooth using SpeedyB's configuration app, which is available both for iOS and Android. Once the flight controller is armed, the Bluetooth connection is going to be turned off in order to prevent any radio signal interference. In addition, it features 6 full UART ports, which one of them, UART 5, is occupied by the Bluetooth module, a USB Type-C connector. It uses a 10-pins JST connector for connecting the flight controller with the 4-in-1 ESC, and you can find matching pads on the bottom side of the flight controller, so in case the connector breaks, you can simply use them. All the other soldering pads can be accessed from both bottom and top sides of the flight controller. It also features a 5 volts 3 amperes BEC, and it is very important to note that the 10 volts pads are just a pass-through from the 4-in-1 ESC, so unless you are going to connect a supported 4-in-1 ESC like the Tmotor Velox V45A, the 10 volts pads are not going to be in use. So what you can do in order to use them is to either connect them to an external BEC or bridge the VBAT and 10 volts pads, which of course is not going to provide you with a 10 volts output, but you will be able to use the 10 volts pads as the VBAT pads. In addition, the outer dimensions of the flight controller are 36.9 by 34 by 6.6 millimeters, and it weighs 6.6 grams on its own and 28.7 grams together with the V45 ampere 4-in-1 ESC and the harness that connects them. As for using the Bluetooth module, once the flight controller is going to be powered up, either by using a 4-in-1 ESC or using the USB Type-C connector, you'll be able to open up the SpeedyB app, hit the Bluetooth icon, and as you can see, it found the Tmotor F7 V2 flight controller, so you can simply hit connect, and after initializing the flight controller, you'll be able to configure it using the SpeedyB app. So overall, as far as I can tell, both Velox F7 flight controller and 4-in-1 ESC look like a pretty good and capable option for a stack, especially when used together. Anyway, that's going to be it for this quick video. I hope you find it informative enough, and of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.